If you own a 2021 to 2024 Chevy Silverado or GMC Sierra with a 6.2-liter V8, your dealer is lying to you about a piece of plastic, specifically the new oil cap they just screwed onto your engine. You probably got the recall notice in the mail. You brought your truck in, they changed the oil, they swapped the cap so it now reads 0W40. They slapped a new sticker under the hood and told you that your truck is perfectly safe to drive. It isn't. Since GM started applying this specific fix, 36 trucks have completely locked up their engines while driving. Not sputtered, not thrown a check engine light, locked up solid. Here is exactly what is happening inside that L87 block and why a thicker grade of oil isn't going to save you. Let's look at the mechanics. In April 2025, NHTSA Campaign 25V2740000 went public. GM admitted that over 700,000 V8 engines might have machining debris left inside the block from the factory. Metal shavings. When your oil pump picks up that debris, it forces it through the oil galleys, straight into the tightest tolerances in your entire engine, the connecting rod bearings. When metal gets caught between the crankshaft and those bearings, at 3,000 RPM, friction spikes instantly. The heat essentially welds the connecting rod to the crankshaft. And that is when things get dangerous. When that block seizes, your alternator stops turning instantly. These modern Silverados don't use old-school hydraulic steering or mechanical vacuum brakes. They use electric power steering and GM's e-boost braking system. The second that engine locks up, those high-draw electrical systems lose their primary power source. You are suddenly relying on whatever juice is left in a 12-volt battery, while the computer throws the truck into a massive fault state. Have you ever tried to steer a 6,000-pound truck with dead electric steering? The wheel gets dangerously heavy. The brake pedal turns into a brick. Imagine wrestling that to the shoulder, while pulling a 7,000-pound camper down I-10, with your family in the cab. Now, if you built an engine with metal shavings inside it, the logical fix is a new engine. But replacing 700,000 V8s is a financial nightmare for GM. So they came up with a Band-Aid. They drain out the factory 0W20 oil, fill it with Mobil 1 0W40 Supercar oil, and put a new cap on the filler neck. Let's think about that for a second. GM spent millions developing this engine to run on thin 0W20 oil to meet strict EPA fuel economy standards. They are now willingly throwing that fuel efficiency away to pump thick supercar oil into a heavy-duty truck. Why? I called Dave, a master tech down in Texas. I read him the bulletin. He laughed. Because thicker oil does not dissolve metal. What the 0W40 does is create a thicker hydrodynamic film between the engine bearings. It's a cushion. GM is betting that this thicker cushion will keep the metal shavings from destroying the engine immediately. Now, to be fair to GM, they know you're terrified of this. So, along with the thicker oil, they issued special coverage N252494003. They extended the engine warranty to 10 years, or 150,000 miles. Sounds generous, right? It's actually a calculated legal trap. Read the fine print on how dealership warranty claims actually work. A piece of paper does not stop a crankshaft from locking up. And more importantly, GM will not authorize a $14,000 engine replacement. Just because you feel anxious about metal shavings, they require the dealer to document a catastrophic failure or a severe rod knock before they approve the claim. That means GM's official policy is a wait-to-fail strategy. They are mathematically deciding that it's cheaper to replace the engines as they blow up on the highway, rather than fixing the problem before somebody gets hurt. And here is the dirty secret about that 150,000-mile warranty. If your engine does lock up at 80,000 miles, the first thing the dealer will do is ask for every single oil change receipt you have. If you missed a service interval by 1,000 miles, or if you changed your own oil and lost a receipt, they will use that metal debris against you. They will claim the failure was due to lack of maintenance, not the factory defect. And the 0W40 Band-Aid isn't even holding. Earlier this year, the NHTSA Office of Defects Investigation officially reopened their case into GM. Why? Because 36 owners took their trucks in, got the 0W40 oil change, got the shiny new extended warranty, drove off the lot, and their engines seized anyway. The thicker oil couldn't save them. The metal won. So, what do you do if you have a 6.2 liter sitting in your driveway right now? You get evidence before the engine strands you. If you already had the recall done, order a test kit from Blackstone Laboratories. Next time you change your oil, you are going to catch a sample. But don't catch the first drop that comes out of the pan. Let it drain for a few seconds. Then catch the midstream oil. That gives you the most accurate reading of what is floating in your block. When you get the report back, look at the ppm, parts per million. You are looking for 3 specific things: iron from your crankshaft, copper and lead from your bearings. If those numbers are high, you walk into the service department and put that lab report on the service manager's desk. Now, listen closely. They will tell you GM won't authorize a replacement without a rod knock. You tell them you want this oil analysis attached to your permanent VIN record, and you demand that they open a TechLine case with GM Engineering right then and there. TechLine is GM's corporate help desk. By opening a case, you force corporate to officially deny a documented failing engine on paper, which takes the liability off the local dealer. Usually, that changes their tune. Here is my take. The 6.2-liter L87 is a powerhouse when it's built right. But this recall relies on you being the crash test dummy. If you have a 2021 to 2024 model, you have a hard decision to make. If it were my money and my family in the cab, I would trade it in. Let it be the dealership's problem. A 150,000-mile warranty is worthless if you can't trust the truck to get you home. If you've had the 0W40 fix done on your Silverado or Sierra, I want to know exactly how many miles you've driven since, and if you've heard any new ticking noises on a cold start. Drop your mileage in the comments.